Hey friends, it's John Klein III with episode 41 of Shadow and Flame of Magic, the podcast, and we are back with comics with Trial of Jean Grey, part 6 of 6, which took place in the Guardians of the Galaxy, um, the volume 3, or the 2013 volume, whichever one you want to go by, issue 13. So let's get to it. All right. Once again, thank you to Francisco for providing the theme song to the podcast. We really appreciate it. And we are reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy 2013, issue 13, otherwise known as volume 3. Cover, bright yellow, is Jean Grey. You can make out faintly in the middle, is exploding and taking out the Guardians with her. This is rated T. It would have cost you $3.99 US. And inside front covers for Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and um, and that came out on April 4th, 2014. So 4/4/14. So they were trying for something. The entire galaxy is a mess. Warring empires and cosmic terrors plague every corner. Someone has to. Oh, and I'm holding the phone very close to my mouth, even though I'm recording with the headphones in, so I can just put my phone down. Someone has to rise above it all and fight for those who have no one to fight for. Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, Gamora, the most dangerous woman in the universe, Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot are the Guardians of the Galaxy. Previously on Peter Quill's estranged father, the King of Spartax, tried to capture the Guardians for disobeying his new rule that no alien hand may touch the planet Earth. In return, Peter shamed him with some colorful public defiance. The hunter warrior Angela came to the universe because of a time-place continuum accident. She's trying to figure out her place in the galaxy. With When other parts of the galaxy heard of the original X-Men, Cyclops, Angel, Iceman, the Beast, and Jean Grey, which I'm not sure what order that is. It's not alphabetical. It's CAIBJ. Oh my. Now living in this time period, the Shi'ar decided Jean Grey needed to be held in judgment over her past actions as the Phoenix. The Shi'ar sent a team to battle the X-Men and took Jean Grey and put her on trial. The Guardians of the Galaxy discovered this was happening. Though too late to stop it, they grabbed the X-Men and took them to help rescue Jean. Out in space, the Guardians of the X-Men met up with space pirates known as the Starjammers, led by Scott Summers' estranged father, Corsair. Meanwhile, on trial and helpless, Jean was shown irrefutable evidence that, as the Phoenix, she committed galactic genocide. Horrified, she escaped. The Starjammers and the Guardians made it to Shi'ar homeworld and were confronted by the Imperial Guard, but Jean Grey appeared to give herself up. Writer, Brian Michael Bendis. Art, Sarah Pichelli and David Marquez. Color artist, Justin Ponser. Letterer, VC Corey Pettit. Cover by Sarah Pichelli and Justin Ponser. Resource editor, Ellie Pyle. Senior editor, Stephen Wacker. Editor-in-chief, Axel Alonso. Not sure why my brain just shut down of how to pronounce Axel. Chief Executive Officer, Joe Quesada. Publisher, Dan Buckley. Executive Producer, Alan Fine. Angela, co-created by Todd McFarlane and Neil Gaiman. Guardians of the Galaxy 13 came out May 2014. And I was just reminded that even before we recorded last episode's Flash movie review, that we lost John Romita Sr. Um, 2 weeks ago, and just wanted, give our condolences to the Romita family, a true legend. Um, and like the last Spider-Man artist that we've lost, like I forget, I tweeted it out not well a while ago now, but like it took me a while of clicking pencil, Spider-Man Amazing Pencilers before we got to a living one. So that was a sad afternoon of trying to figure it out. So just think about John Romita Sr. He's still in our thoughts. I tried to quickly look to see if I had any John Romita Sr. comics or covers in my X-Men collection, and I couldn't find any, which makes sense as he was primarily a Spider-Man artist or romance artist or penciler or Daredevil or Captain America. He was legendary runs up. Well, I don't know. He has lots of legendary runs. I don't know why I began to even talk about, but still, just wanted to just mention that as missing John Romita. All right. So the issue opens double page splash, and so or two page spread to use the actual description. And Jean Grey standing in front of the well, pretty much everyone, as she says, "Gladiator, everything the Phoenix did, all those deaths were my fault. You have proven to me that one day I will possessed by this Phoenix Force, or maybe I already have. I'm not sure how time travel works anymore. Which I don't know if Jean will actually have a sides, but I mean, clearly she would, because well, we can't really predict what Teen Jean would do anymore. I would be nothing but a vessel for that horrible thing to murder and destroy." And then Professor Pride shouts, "Jean, get out of here, go!" "Professor, I have this. I won't be able to stop it. I won't have any control over it. But here's the part I don't understand, and I can read all your thoughts. You are all thinking the same thing. None of you could stop it either. None of you. Yet I'm the only one on trial. It might be my face that haunts your nightmares, Gladiator, but whether I killed myself or I let you kill me, the Phoenix would still find our vessel. You're angry because you're fighting an act of nature, and I'm angry it found me. But all you know, punishing me or killing me would not stop it or change what has happened." And the Gladiator speaks. "We will see. You're the last Gray, and with your ending, ah, yes, would forgive you everything you've done to me today. Because I did need to see the Phoenix. I did need to know this. Except your people went and killed my family. You ended my bloodline just in case. That I'm not having." And all of a sudden we start seeing her glow with very pink energy taking over her hair, eyes, and shoulders. "Goodbye, Jean Grey." And now she's full on pink um, psychic energy, the total focus totality of her psychic energy. And then turn the page and we get another two-page spread, but actually it's a two-page splash as she just takes out Gladiator. Gamora goes after the male smasher. Laura is going after some pink all purple lady. Rocket Raccoon is blasting. Bobby's ice sliding upwards and onwards. And aiming for someone else. Angel's flying. Astra looks like she's. Oh, that like Drax is looking at Astra, but I suspect she's just floating above it all. And then we see Jean. He's like the Silver Surfer, but all pink with some energy aura bouncing off of her, and with hair. But what a perfect description. And so she's blasting Gladiator some more, and then he runs into a ship, and Scott's like, "Gene!" Because that's what he says all the time. And Bobby's like, "What was that?" And Hesaba, without any fun cat accents, like, "Has she ever done that before?" And I clearly do not know how to do a cat accent. In my brain, I was like, Eartha Kitt, like, channel Eartha Kitt, but I didn't give enough time to free myself to it. And then Jean's just constantly still blasting. And Professor Pride's like, "No!" And it looks like she phases through Groot, who looks like he's trying to slap Smasher. And then she uppercuts Astra. And Beast, who is riding on a ship Gamora has taken over, and he and Hank like karate chops a green robot guy. Is that the Phoenix?" Gamora says, "I think this is something else entirely." And Rocket's like, whatever it is, we're winning, and this is the Kurtrakan Empire Guard. We really shouldn't be. Which at first I gave Bendis a lot of credit for giving Rocket like spicing alien terms into language, but I'm pretty sure all he says is Kurtaking. So that's interesting. Oh wait, it's not Astra. Who is yes, I've been right about Astra, but in my brain I've been thinking it was um Oracle, but I've been right. But I'm reminded Oracle is shouting at Jean now. Jean Grey, stop this. Do you even know what you're doing? Stay out my stay out of my mind, Oracle. I'm warning you now. I can help you. No. And Oracle does not take no for an answer. So now she put herself and Jean into her own mindscape, which is a nice green coloring. Um, and Oracle continues, do you know you are demonstrating immense new psychic power? Take me out of your mindscape. I know what I'm doing. It's psionic energy. I think I'm taking everyone's psychic energy and sending it back out at them. Yes. And we see Angel is now punching Astra in the back of her head. It's your telepathy and telekinesis working together. And this is a two-page spread as well. I didn't know, which Bendis on the Battle of the Atom podcast addressed why he did it this way, so that he can control ad placement as much as he could. And so you do two-page splashes, and then you dictate the pacing of the comic, and then they throw an ad, after cool moments, or right when you will want an ad, which is great episode. It was Battle of the Atoms 300th episode. Um, And so, plug out of the way. Oh, it's your telepathy and telekinesis working together. I did not know you could do that. Well, neither did I. It's new, and I have to say I like it. Can you control it? Can you control yourself? Lady, you're the one who forced me to push yourself harder than I ever had to before. You're the one that forced my hand to confront this. And now you're something else? No, I'm Jean Grey, the last of my kind. Her eyes are back to shiny bright. I'm not the Phoenix. I'm and now she's in the real world again. Gladiator is coming at her, and she's uh, flying towards him, and they like explosions as they land. Peter Star Lord catches her as she falls. Gotcha. Please please still be alive. Gladiator falls to the ground, left shoulder first, with a boom. Um, Oracle shouts, "This fight is over." Hey, you can't just go and psychically manipulate the fight as soon as it starts looking bad for you. I am Groot. Well, I know she can. It's just that it's insanely bad form. Gene! Professor Pride shouts, oh God, please don't be dead. And then, Professor Pride stops in her cat tracks. There's an ad here for all new Marvel animated film, The Marvel Confidential, Black Widow Punisher. Comes with free movie tickets to see Amazing Spider-Man 2 in theaters May 2nd. Which this ad looks familiar, but I don't think I've ever had the chance to watch this movie. But Avengers Confidential, but behind Punisher and Black Widow is Thor, Iron Man, Hulk. So maybe they get a bookend scenes. Hi, I'm Peter Quill. I know exactly who you are, all you Guardians. You came all the way here to get me. I love you guys. Gladiator, and then her psionic power energy form kicks in. The all new X Men are staring at Gladiator, and then you get all the Guardians now and the Starjammers in a pretty cool widescreen panel as it zooms out. And then Oracle is over at Gladiator, who's now getting to his knees. This is Jean Grey. It's already different than the one you so feared, Gladiator. She already has a different relationship to her mind and power set that Oracle is not your decision in this battle. No, you know what? It's mine, Scott screams as he still has all the heroes behind him. And we're leaving. And if any of you come for Jean, If you come anywhere near the planet Earth ever again, I'll kill you. Which is a pretty awesome line for Teen Scott. There's an ad here for mycomicshop.com, one of the Live Mile High Comics, like one of the two online comic book stores I ever used with what's their initials? Discount Comic Book Trades, DBC. Trying to think what letters missing. A B C D. Oh man, can I not think of the first four letters of the alphabet? It's something. Discount Comic Book Trades. I don't know. That doesn't. The initials don't make sense. I'm not joking. If I ever hear you're thinking about it, and believe me, we'll hear, I will bring the entirety of the mutant race, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four. I will bring a hellstorm of Asgardians, mutants, and Atlanteans and Hulk monsters right down on top of you. And this is an awesome two-page spread again. And Gladiator's just like taking the shouting. We brought this much fight to you in one day. I tell you, stay the bleep away from Earth. History will repeat itself and you would die at her hand. Which is weird, as Jean's never killed Scott. And Jean says, has any of this happened before? Don't answer. I can read your thoughts. Which is like the second time she said that now. Guess the X-Men are making new history. This is all new. And then like the panel is a close up on her face, so if this was a movie trailer, I'm sure that line would have been and panel would have been put into it. And Professor Pride and Hank are like watching her. Oracle thinks it is over, which I imagine she's beaming that thought right into Gladiator's head. And Quill says, and the Earth is under our protection, Gladiator. Next time you won't even get near it. And Oracle continues telepathically, it is done. And Gladiator just flies off all in her angry rut. And then like as soon as and he looks like an ant up in the sky, so he's a great distance away, but decides to shout, Peter Quill, you and your guardian should ask yourself, how many star systems can you go to war with at the same time? 7? You are not welcome here, Quill. You have chosen poorly this day. Then Gamora, Rocket, and Groot are just staring above, and they're not impressed either. Rocket has his gun pointed up at Gladiator. Rocket, no. What? We won this day. It is time to go, Gamora says as she pushes the gun down. Pride and Angel look at psionic Jean Grey, who's also looking up. Someone says, are they following us? Nothing on the scan. Starjammers, you smell anything back there? Nothing yet. And Professor Pride, who's leaning against Quill in his captain chair, they let us go. I would have blown us up the second we left orbit, and if anyone complained, I would have said it was the Skrulls. Why do you think they let us go? Little secret. My dad is a bad guy, galactic dictator, and they don't want to deal with it. Anything happens to me. How bad is he? Really bad. Oh, oi. Sorry to hear. And Drax and Laura chit-chatting. I was very impressed with the boot claws, young human. Where can I purchase such a weapon? They're built in. Nice. Gamora is wiping her sword down. Groot's supervising it. Gamora comes in the room. We have left the Shi'ar system. And Bobby's on another table, like with his arm over his eyes. Hank, Angel, and Jean are chit-chatting. How are you feeling, Jean? Relieved. How are you feeling? I feel fine, Hank. I feel energized. I really don't think this new thing with me was a bad thing. I think I just found a new level. When we get home and are going to conduct copious event tests. Hank, all of you, thank you. Hey, do you do it for me? Right? Then Angela says to Gamora, what worries you, Lady Gamora? I'm not sure this was worth it. Now the Shi'ar have their sights on us, just like the Spartax. Thanos is out there somewhere, time and space and damage, and you're lost in space with us. Lost in space. How much longer till all of this comes crashing down on top of us? I am Groot. I know we did right today. I'm talking about the bigger picture. I am Groot. We'll see. And Angela just keeps wiping her sword as she and Gamora are just looking at Jean Grey. Teen Jean. They're back on Earth. Both ships are landing. Hank is on the in the snow. Bobby's making snow angels. Sing song. I was just in space. I don't know why he said sing song. That's not a okay. And Bobby's like, "Oh, snow, glorious snow." And is this Gamora? Every time we come to this planet, I think to myself, I can't believe people are fighting over it. I know, right? I am Groot. Oh no, you're not going to get weird with the trees again, are you? And Team Jean walks up to the Guardians. I'll never be able to thank all of you. You've already said that already, Gamora says. And Drax is like, numerous times. And Angela's like, you owe us all a blood debt. And Jean's like, a blood debt? Like I owe you actual blood? And Bobby's, how about a home cooked dinner? And Hank's like, or maybe some KFC. Gamora, I told you to stop trying to charm me, young boy. And then Bobby says, it wasn't even trying, it's just me, I can't help it. And then we get Professor Pride and Quill talking. Listen, Peter, I will never be able to thank you enough for what you did for us. I can't imagine what it could be, but if you ever need anything from us, all you need to do is ask. Seriously, take this. You can get a hold of us with this. And he gives her like um, a phone. I would definitely keep it for emergencies. It's not an emergency beacon. You can just call to say hi. Really? Listen, I've traveled the galaxy up and down. I have met a total of like 7 cool people. You seem very cool. Call me just to whine about the universe. You're going to regret saying that. It was very good to meet you, Kitty Pryde. And we like before you get the page turn, you get to see Professor Pride like taking a moment, page turn, and she kisses him on the cheek, and she's on her tiptoes, and she runs off like a silly little girl. It's so cute, and he puts his hand on his cheek, and this is like his comic book costume outfit. So I guess he has a handsome face. And Angel, so the all new X-Men, the Guardians are next to each other. You sure we can't feed you before you take off? You're more than welcome to spend the night in our converted mutant torture chamber. And Drax says, we're going to leave now. I am Groot. We talked about this, Groot. You're making it weird. And then we see 2 raccoons pop up. I am Groot. Put on some Kurtakin pants. And then Scott gets everyone's attention. Hey, guys, this is a little hard to say, so I guess I'm just going to come out and say it. You know that 2 days ago I thought my dad was dead? I thought I was an orphan? Well, I love you guys, and it's been crazy all of this, but I'm going to go with my dad. And we see him gesturing to Corsair and his uh, his feline not stepmom Hespeda. There's an awesome con in Washington D.C. for April 18th through the 20th, 2014, with the likes of Billy Piper, Carrie Ellis, Jewel Setter, J. August Richards from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Peter Mayhew, who I actually met once, George Perez, rest in peace, Timothy Zahn from the Twan trilogy, and Peter Niles from 30 Days of Night. Well, you know Peter Niles. But I think, hey, those are some people who are available. Original Sin Zero, The Wages of Sin is Death. I would see Watcher with his head down by Mark Waid and Jim Chuang. Head down so you can't see his eyes. I wonder if that's going to be important. And Bobby's like, go where? Wherever he goes. And Angel says, into space? For how long? And Hank says, you're leaving us? Professor Price says, I don't think I'm going to allow this. Professor, it's my dad. And Jean looks, nervous. I know this isn't what we thought would happen, but so far nothing is what we thought would happen. So, and then Scott puts his hand on Jean's cheek. And you and me and I we get married and we have kids, which is weird as they don't have kids, except for Rachel. But, Gene's always been iffy on the whole Rachel thing. All the good and terrible things that are supposed to happen to us in our lives. And maybe he hasn't wrapped his head around cable. Which actually now we're talking about it, because we are definitely talking about it. Did Teen Gene or Teen Scott meet Cable? That'd be an interesting panel. And we both know we don't live happily ever together. Maybe this way we finally get to be happy. And Gene's just all like shock. I love you guys. Stay safe. He waves goodbye. And he stops. You've been at it longer than all of us, Laura. Besides pride. Take care of them. Keep them safe. And Laura just stares off. They get into the Starjammer and they take off in a cool like up and then to the left and then up motion. The all new cast minus Scott are just looking into the sky. And Bobby's like, wait, what? And Angel's like, what happens if we find a way to get back to our time? Do we go without him? Laura looks at Jean, who looks like she's trying to hold back tears. Everyone starts walking away except for Jean, who falls to the ground. Her eyes psionically light up again. Next issue, the Guardians of the Galaxy 100th issue special super spectacular. And there's a there's an ad here for Kathy Reich books. And next, it looks like a cover of all the Guardians of the Galaxy, or at least the ones with Star Lord in them. And we get Captain Marvel in the back. We get a blue guy, different. I don't even know why I started naming these people. Well, I think these are the original Guardians in the like around the borders of the box, so that's interesting. And there's an ad for Marvel Puzzle Quest because Dark Reign was coming. And that, everyone, which is a game I just decided to delete from my phone because I was never going to get the Kitty Pride card. So that's what's going on with me. I'm tempted to delete Future Fight too, but keep Contest of Champions because I'm sort of committed to hopefully getting Kitty Pride in that game. But that was Guardians of the Galaxy 2013, issue 13, and the end of Trial of Jean Grey, which we took some detours there, but thank you everyone for your patience as we got back to it. Um, so the very next thing I want to review is all new Ultimates 1, 2, and 3. The first arc of that series as our tie into Across the Spider Verse, which I know the episode we recorded for that was a long time ago, but and then my family are going to Yuma, Arizona, and then California, and so I don't know if I'm gonna have time to uh, record an episode, so there might not be an episode next week, and then I come back by myself Monday, so there'll be and so we're taking maybe the week of July 4th off. And then episode, unless we do something on the road or something, but like, I don't know, our nights, well, any family trip, we're gone for a week, so it's gonna get complicated. But we're all super excited about leaving, and so I'm hoping to do the Ultimates thing, and then I have 3 issues of Secret Invasion I wouldn't mind doing. Though I tried to watch um that first Secret Invasion episode, but after all that controversy of the title cards, I don't know, I sort of killed my buzz to do it. And then I still have one, two, three issue 41s I would like to do. And then I have a secret project I want to launch, but I don't know, instead of just doing 16 weeks of episodes, I might try to go back and forth, but and then I found a free clearing out this guest room, I found the 2020 free comic book day that the X-Men did, and so I'm adding that to my Marauders list that I'm hoping to also do. So we got a lot of comics we want to still review. So so that's just the future of the show. Um, so today is the night of June 27th. On June 30th, we're going to celebrate 10 years of the blog, and which would be fun as we be on the road. So literally, I made a post about it that should go live that morning, and then not going to be online or anything to draw eyes to it. But if you would like to go to the blog at shadowandflameofmagic.com. If you want to find me online, you can go to Twitter, where I'm probably overly active, and YouTube at Jackal SIII. You can follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter at SNFWM, the and spelled out. And we'll see you next time when I upload a video. But thank you so much for listening. If you'll give a like and subscribe to whatever platform you listen to, really appreciate that. And have a safe July 4th, everyone. All right, bye.